Yesterday was Michael Proctor's deposition, and according to at least one source, Aidan Carney, also known as Turtle Boy, that deposition was cut very rudely short because he allegedly had a panic attack in the early stages of the deposition. Let's talk about it.
He doesn't say anything new.
You must follow the law.
He was present, so I think he can answer whether or not it happened or not.
Have you had any conversation with the prosecutor?
I could say the same thing by taking Amber Heard as a client.
Mentative, don't you think?
Oh, hardly.
Are you able to estimate of those 1,000 different types of cases dealing with accident reconstruction?
We're not with the jury present. That was a tough.
Have you reached a verdict?
We, the jury, find the defendant not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Buckle Up. It is the Law with Attorney Larry Forman. Folks, today we are going to be talking about yesterday's deposition. Yesterday was June 25th, 2026, and it was Michael Proctor's scheduled deposition. Now, some of you may recall earlier this month, on June 8th, as a matter of fact, 2026, Michael Proctor's deposition was originally scheduled to begin. Unfortunately, as fate would have it, he was not deposed. Even though the judge ordered him to be deposed, the lawyers were not able to be ready in time to get Michael Proctor deposed because the judge said, you're going to depose him tomorrow. I think it was June 9th. And unfortunately, it was actually Karen Reed's lawyers who intervened and said, Your Honor, we are not going to be able to make that happen. To which the judge responded, why didn't you schedule this deposition for 2 days in a row? You know, clearly Alan Jackson was there locally and everybody was ready to go. But apparently the next day, it was not scheduled to continue. And the judge was, again, a little, I think, out of his element, kind of trying to practice law from behind the bench. But hey, I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to state the facts and what happened. So, as fate would have it, yesterday of all days, of course, Michael Proctor's deposition. And there were some rumors, you know, is he going to show up? Is he going to pull a Colin? There were videos circulating of another attorney stating that Michael Proctor said he was on vacation and he's not going to be able to show up, which is an old clip, so we're not even going to bother playing it. But the reality is that as far as we know, again, because of the judge's order, the last thing you really want to get in trouble with is the judge. When the judge tells you the deposition is going to happen and it's going to happen on this day that you all agreed upon, you might want to get it done. The last thing you want to do is being held in contempt of court as Michael Proctor or his lawyers, or God forbid, even lawyers for the plaintiffs. There is a realm, there is a universe where even they might get tangentially in trouble because it's their case. And yes, I know it's Rosenberg calling for Proctor. I don't think Dilly cares about calling Proctor to get deposed, but still, it's kind of like his camp. It's his witnesses, you know, the O'Keefes and the Proctors, to some extent through the McAlberts, are connected. They're a familia. They have these back channels through which they communicate. And by the way, speaking of the O'Keefes, it has recently come to my attention that, again, the word on the street is, and this is something that I actually believe, this seems to be quite viable, nay, probable, that is happening behind the scenes. Allegedly, when Peggy O'Keefe has discovered that her son's name is being used to raise money for the McAlberts and not a single penny or a dollar is going into the O'Keefe family fund, she became a little upset with it. I mean, wouldn't you? If you knew that there are Alberts, Chris Albert, Jennifer McCabe, Brian Higgins, Matthew McCabe, all gathering together on Friday, June 19th, for a fundraiser for themselves using John O'Keefe's name, making jokes about Ford Edges being parked in front of the house. And beating up attorneys who can't get into a fight themselves.
It could only be asked by some lawyer who hasn't been properly punched in the face before. Right?
Very peculiar. And if you were in Peggy O'Keefe's shoes, I am certain that you would have probably felt the exact same way. So, it is not surprising that Peggy is probably a little unnerved, if not totally uncomfortable, with the fact that her son's name is being dragged. Okay, well, maybe it's being used for something, but what is it being used for? To line the McAlberts' pockets. To hold a fundraiser using your deceased son's name, and you don't get to see a penny of it because, well, you're not a McAlbert. They have an agenda, Peggy. Step aside. If there's going to be beef in the family, that's really going to be interesting. I sincerely believe that it's going to be quite fascinating to see how the camp is going to have a rift, and maybe Jennifer McCabe is not going to be able to retain the same control that she has had over Peggy O'Keefe, and it's not going to be in any way, shape, or form that we have originally suspected, like Peggy O'Keefe going, well, I actually don't think Karen did it, because I don't think we're ever going to hear those magical words, at least not anytime soon, possibly never. It's because they're using her, and she's starting to see it. They've been using you for a very long time, Pegs. Truly. And I feel for you. We all feel for you. I don't think there's a single member of my audience, and please, as you like this video and comment below and subscribe to the channel, comment below, do you sympathize and empathize with Peggy? I don't think any of us have anything against you. Honestly, yes, we know you are suing Karen Read, but you know what? I understand why you're doing it. I think we all understand why you're doing it. I don't think any of us have any qualms or questions about the fact that you're doing what you're doing because you feel that this is the right move to do. Whether or not we feel that your move is justified is beyond the pale. We don't have standing. You know, you lost a son, and as a result of that, you have certain feelings about Karen. She's not Irish, you know, she's not your people. We get it. So you want to sue her pants off? You are entitled to do whatever you're entitled to do. This is America. But when you have knowledge of the fact that your friends, or people that you considered your friends, are holding fundraisers behind your back without your knowledge, using your deceased son's name in order to enrich themselves. And yes, now you know about the website as well, I'm sure. All of that and the $250,000 that have been raised. The bells have been ringing. People are talking. And so I'm not surprised at all if you're feeling uncomfortable. I'm talking directly to you, Peggy. Truly, we all feel for you. Like I said, I don't think there's a single person, even in my own comments section, who are diehard Karen Read supporters. None of us wish any ill will towards you, despite what you are doing. But with all that aside, let's get back to the topic at hand, and that is Proctor. Have you been injured in an accident? Have you been hurt by a doctor? Have you suffered from a dog bite? Have you lost a loved one due to someone else's negligence? Call us, 1-844-774-HURT. Get a trial lawyer to get you the most money you deserve. So Proctor, his deposition was scheduled yesterday. Now, Aiden tweeted this. He wrote, "Breaking news." And this was yesterday at 5:30 p.m., which I imagine either the news broke late to him from whatever source he's got, and or the deposition actually went on for quite some time, and or the deposition started early, has gone on for quite a while, and at some point Proctor just walked out. So it's still unknown exactly what has transpired, but let's try and piece it together. Breaking news, Michael Proctor claimed to have a panic attack today and left his deposition. I have personally verified that he was seen, that's a typo, that he was seen outside being consoled by his lawyers who were asking him if he could continue. No word yet if he did. So, somebody in the comments even asked, can you post the pic? And he said, I cannot, unfortunately. It's probably very, very sensitive information, and Aiden knows that sometimes he can interfere a little bit, maybe over the line with certain things. Not criminally. I'm not justifying all of the criminal charges pending against him. All I'm saying is that Aiden sometimes has a proclivity maybe to be a little unorthodox in his journalism, as we all know. I don't think there's any surprise there. But I think even he has learned that there are certain lines that shouldn't be crossed. And so when he says that he has personally verified, I can't help but wonder if he just showed up at the location and actually had personal eyes on the situation, which would be interesting if he did. Again, maybe he already had a live on either Thursday night when this is being recorded or Friday morning when before this video premieres. And so what I'm saying is already outdated information as of, like I said, as of the recording of this video. It's current information. By the time it premieres in a few hours, it might be outdated information. However, what we know for certain is if this is true, I would like to know if they were able to conclude the deposition, and if not, is it going to get rescheduled? Are they going to conclude it another day, or were they able to conclude it that day? And if so, what led to that reaction? Was it Michael Proctor being confronted with his own texts? Was it with the fact that he is being confronted with all the lives he has ruined? Is it because there is some new unknown piece of information out there that even we don't know, that Karen Reed's lawyers like Alan Jackson, Rosenberg, Seligson, they have something that they have shown Proctor, and they're like, hey, we have evidence that you did not do a proper investigation beyond what we know, and here is some evidence. Or maybe it's just all the stuff we already know that simply made Proctor collapse and being unable to proceed and continue in answering questions. Because look, I have no remorse for this guy. He has made his bed and he is going to have to sleep in it. But at the end of the day, he unfortunately is still a Homo sapien. He's in the category of human being, even though he doesn't deserve that title anymore. That should be revoked. That should be like a card you just yank from somebody's wallet, you know, like, you know, you like we talk about the man card, give me your, he lost that one decades ago. I'm talking about the human card. Like, you don't deserve to be called a human anymore. You just create like a new species for this guy, you know what I mean? But because he's a human, unfortunately, humans have certain proclivities, and when you are confronted with truths that are extremely uncomfortable and stuff that you are not able to handle psychologically, mentally, physically, etc., the human mind can just implode and collapse, and you can have like a total full-blown panic attack. I mean, have you seen him lately? He's gotten really chubby, and he does not look healthy. He looks like he's overeating, over-drinking, over-smoking, all logical things based on everything that he has been caught doing lately. So I'm not surprised that he's going through it. So actually, for him to suddenly have a panic attack in the middle of his deposition is entirely plausible and very realistic. So I guess we will see. I'm looking forward to finding out more information. As of the premiere of this video, the hearing on Friday, June 26th, will have already happened. So that video will probably premiere tomorrow. And maybe we will find out something at that hearing. So I'm really looking forward to filling you in on that front. And of course, there is one more video today at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. So be on the lookout for that video as well. Folks, as always, it's a pleasure. I hope you all learned something. I hope you all enjoyed this. I love every single one of you. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye, everybody.